share. Share to a group. Mercs. Include original posts. Screw it, we'll just share it in general just because. There we go. So I've got everything posted. I need to turn your mics on fine. Striker, thank you for the sub. And I am ready if you are.
Yeah, let's do this.
Did you get the, you got the event? Yep, absolutely did, because you're moving that around. Perfect. We don't need to add terrain, which is nice. I actually like this feature of not having to set up the map.
Yeah, having the TO set up the map and having people play on the same board.
Yeah, yeah, I like that a lot. So
yeah.
I was.
Some props.
Yeah,
Folks at War Table for putting it together.
They do a pretty damn good job.
We probably can. We're both.
I don't know which
Masters of building.
one has my
If
map.
we have
There,
my
that
dad,
one does.
and my dad's and Jay, who would just help us.
All right, so we've got Fiona 1 and Cross 2 versus Fiora 4 and Agathon 1. This will be interesting.
What? That doesn't look like Zeus at all.
I can't wait till you see what happens.
Cross versus Agathon. Is there any particular reason you did not take Fiona?
So I feel like
I can't.
it's actually a kind of not a great matchup for her, and
Interesting.
I think that Cross has some advantages here.
Yeah.
But I also have played into Infernals twice now, and both times against you. So we'll see how this.
Yeah. So this can be a learning experience at that point. But
A little bit. Yeah,
you do
you weren't
know.
playing Agathon the last time.
Yeah, and you do know how my faction works at least to a certain degree, right?
Faction-wise, yes, there are probably specific models I will ask.
No problem. That makes a lot of sense to me.
War Room pulled up all the
Excellent.
cards, but
I have a +1 to go first. So I think we can start the roll to go first. I got a 7, so unless you can match a 7,
nope.
I
Your
will.
choice, sir.
My goodness, how do I want to play this one? I will go first.
We got 3 spins.
You get choice of sides, my friend.
Okay, let's look here.
Oh, there it is. Watch.
You have Eyeless Sight, correct?
I have eyeless sight on basically
Zeus appeared to get another spin.
anything.
Yeah. Agathon himself has it, but
yes.
his
Aga-
Arc nodes have it as well.
Yeah,
All of the
Agathon
shooting
does.
has it.
All of my horrors do. My gate has it. Nicaea doesn't. It's basically anything that's a horror or an infernal master or an infernal thing. Most likely has it.
Anyone who is not human.
Correct. Correct. That's a really good way of thinking about it. Yes.
We should have objectives first, correct?
I believe we get to pick objectives after sides.
After side.
Yeah, because I don't think you would get locked into like I forget exactly what time frame it is, but
know.
yeah, you could be like, I need Pathfinder or I don't need Pathfinder, that kind of thing.
Right, yeah. No, it makes sense. Take the bottom side.
You'll take the bottom. I have found a lot in this that there is a definitely advantage on how you position on the table by taking bottom. I'm a big fan of taking bottom because of that. Because it's like you think about how you're normally at a table. Bottom is the traditional spot.
Just the visual.
Yeah, and like your
aspect
mind plays with it correctly.
See, on the other hand, I would argue that there's a value in playing it the other way, because then you learn to think of the table in a non-linear fashion.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you on that. I will be ambushing this one unit of cultists.
I am shocked.
Hey, I have rarely had chances to ambush them, but this is a good choice. Shooting in your list is Cross, the Rovers, Throne, and the Thamerites.
Cross.
Okay. Perfect. Umbral will be off the table. Okay, everything else. What in your list ignores stealth is an excellent question.
Basically nothing.
Okay. All right.
Well, actually, that's not true. The Archons, the Thamerite Archons, don't care.
They have true sight, right?
Yeah, they have true sight.
Okay, so they... yeah. Okay. Alright, I guess I can start deploying.
Mama, I'm gonna pack everything that I'll use with Grandpa. Okay?
I don't have that much room in my truck.
I'll pack stuff that I'll use with Grandpa. We'll have enough room by me. We will.
Okay, I want... Regna there. Are you cool not playing on the clock, or do you want to play on the clock? I guess I should have asked that a while ago.
I was muted. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I'm fine playing clock. There's no.
Yeah, like we're gonna.
It's clock optional for, so
Yeah,
I'm not worried about us taking a long time. See.
Correct. Yeah, like we're gonna take 2 to 3 hours, and that's the game. Like that's what every game I've had of this has been.
Yep.
Nasia ADs, these cultists do not. Theme Force benefits, just an FYI, my solos get to Repo 3, and my horrors do not have to tithe turn 1, which means I will forget to tithe turn 2. It is not intentional to not tithe on turn 2, I will just forget it because it is very difficult to remember when you don't have to do it every single turn. Just an FYI.
Yep.
This
okay.
is...
Now that we are actually playing.
I will take Pathfinder. 8 inches beyond is 15. Which one are you taking?
I'm gonna take the.
Alright, I'm gonna go pack for a little while.
Okay. I am.
One more minute.
Alright, come on.
One more minute to sneeze.
Effectively fully deployed, except for my AD.
Water bottle. I need some more snugs first.
Sorry, it was the 80.
Okay.
AD is Nicaea, and that's it.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, those are duplicates for your.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh.
I duplicate all of my horrors right off the bat because it makes life much easier for both of us.
Makes life easier.
It does make my life a little harder when it comes to trying to use that thing to tithe the allocation table, but it's not the worst. Edit model.
I will say, I think the one feature I still would add some so
I'm sorry, say that again?
especially within the one feature I think I would add to the table is some deployment, a way to pre-package some deployment.
Oh, sure. I get you.
To just save on. That's part of the game where I'm dragging models around trying to line them up.
Yeah. I definitely hear you on that. Hey, John. Can you come say hi to Mark? You can step up here and say hi to Mark. Because he says hi to you.
Hi, Mark.
I tried.
Hey! Hey!
There we go. Yeah, especially when you have, what, 24,
it's
27,
2 unit
yeah, a gazillion.
full boat precursor. So,
Yeah.
like, I can't even imagine trying to play like my old Excellent Texas list.
Oh my god, that
You
would
know.
suck so bad.
60 models. Just cry a little inside.
So many bodies. Had to make someone super sad today. He asked me if Old Grim works as with the Cephalix, and I'm like, nope, he's not a pistol wraith. Sadness was had.
It is what it is. I don't know. I've never found that the stories and the sort of extra Crixie editions there were terribly helpful, but, you know.
Yeah, some people might have.
Sometime.
I agree. We probably should describe terrain because you've got a burning rubble in front of you, an
Yep.
acid pool.
An acid pool, cloud, those two
Wall.
small. There's a small cloud and a large cloud, a wall. Looks a little bit of a curved trench, rubble, and a.
Yep. Okay. We're all good. And the acid bath is the whole pool.
Yes, the entire, just the acidy
Yep.
portion of it.
Perfect. Thanks, buddy.
Almost as if we played
Yeah.
often enough to know how we both want it.
Exactly. It's not like we're seasoned veterans playing each other.
Well, one of us is anyway. Pro tip: it's not me.
Hey, you have gotten me like a number of times now. You've gotten me a few times.
I don't know that I've ever gotten you when you were playing very seriously, though.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. I know I get got all the time on like who's the bosses or those special events. Like I just can't win to save my life.
I think there was a time you were playing Signar and you were just, I think, done with them for a while.
That's true. I forgot about that.
All right, that is my deployment.
Okay. Let me just make sure this is the correct list. It is not. Add the correct list to my phone. There it is. 3 units of cultist. It is correct. And Nicaea. Nicaea deploys at 13 inches. Bam, bam. You do not have any AD, correct?
Correct.
Alright, so we are good to go. I would shake your hand, but there's no handshaking on the internet, so good luck, my friend.
You as well.
So right off the bat, maintenance phase, my gate gets D3 souls. I get a good old-fashioned 1. So good. I am actually, these guys are maxed to start, not min. Okay, so they are now maxed on start. And I will start with Roger. And Roger is going to advance forward 6 inches. He's going to turn around, and I'm not going to turn him around because he has reposition, but he's going to turn around, face Agathon, and then advance forward 3 more inches. To be right there. Do you have any range threat extenders for the Archons?
Let me double check, but I do not.
Okay, because I know you have range threat extenders for Cross and the Rover, right?
Yep, 4 battle group.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, it's battle.
Perfect. Harmonious. Why can't I spell that word right? Harmonious goes on Agathon. Then I will take Wretch number 2. It is going to do a fun run for 12 inches. It's right there. Okay. Agathon will go next. Yeah, Agathon will go next. Agathon is going to cast Tether for, I believe, 1. Tether is a normal 2 cost, so it goes down to 1 cost. And that's 1 cost drop. And Tether is going to go on the Tormentor. Give me purple. And then that model is in my range, so I'll do it right now. I'm going to spend 3 to summon a Tormentor on top of this model here. I'll remove that model out from underneath him when I can. Agathon's then going to advance forward 6 inches. to there. Tether is going to move this to 3 inches directly towards. About there. And then Agathon is going to spend 2 to go down to 3 to teleport. And Agathon will be right there. Hopefully I just didn't commit seppuku. Range 14 on the Thamarite Archons?
Range 12.
Range 12, speed 7 or speed 8?
Speed 7,
Range
it's power 14.
Power 14, 9. Okay, perfect. I am safe where I am then, so that is good. Nicaea is going to take a run over to here. My Hermit, actually no, Regna is going to go next. Regna is going to advance forward her 6 inches. She will go there. She will spend 2 essence to summon. Oh, you have a lot of living stuff. I will summon a Shrieker. Its arc is currently backwards. Flip that around. And then she will reposition 3 inches. She does not have Tactician. Do you have Tactician at this moment? Tactician's bubble is 10 inches. Put an aura size of 10 on you. You do not have Tactician. Or you don't have the right part of Tactician. Friendly Infernal models can ignore other friendly models when terminal sight. Friendly models can advance through other models in the command range. Correct. So she has to not touch that model, but can advance 3 inches to there. Next we'll go with the Hermit. Hermit's going to advance forward 5 inches to there. Pulse for Essence, so Tormentor gets 1, Agathon gets 1, Shrieker gets 1.
I need to step away for just a moment.
Go
Go
right
ahead
ahead.
and continue your turn here. Yep.
Okay. Then we're going to stop having this be an issue by doing that. Seven and 12 is 19. Mercenaries. Solos. Thamarite Archon. Speed 7, range 12. Not 54, just 5. Okay, so then that was a run. We will Okay. Okay. Now fill him up to 3. Running 12. Then so there's that. Then these cultists are going to run. I should have totally checked this. Rovers are not AoE. And cross. Cannot make them AoE. Okay. So there's that. That thing's currently within that range. Did not cast decel. Gate is gonna gate this thing. +2 range. Warjacks are +2 range. 5, 10, 17. Okay. And speed 6. Outside range there. Perfect. Okay, so that's my turn whenever you are back.
I just got back, so good timing.
Perfect timing. That was amazing perfect timing. So just that you're aware of things that I've done. My tormentors should be outside of the 19th threat of your archons. They are also outside the threat of your 2 rovers. Gaston I did not take into account, so you probably can shoot them because of Gaston, but I did not actually try to take that into account. I did summon the Shrieker, I summoned a Tormentor, and everything else is kind of as it is. I did give the Shrieker 1 essence from Occultus. The Tormentor that I summoned only has the 1 from Hermit. And that's everything. It's your go, sir.
So sorry, which one has only 1?
The Tormentor number 2 had 1 from coming into play, and then gained an additional 1, so it only has 2.
Gotcha.
Then
and then the Shrieker got an additional 1 because the cultist just came over and
gave it 1. Yep.
That does not remove the cultist, correct?
Correct. It's only when I sacrifice either for Regna's or my Infernal Master's essence does it sacrifice.
Yep. And then all of your critters have eyeless, right?
Yes. All of my horrors except for the Shrieker have eyeless. The Shrieker has True Sight.
Okay.
And just an FYI, Tormentor 1 and Soulstalker 1 are both within the gate's 2-inch teleport range.
Yeah, so they'll be able to move forward. And then, do you have anything like that's an AoE besides the Hellmouth?
So I have Hellmouth, I have the AoE off the gate, Nasia's got a 3-inch AoE, the Wretches have a AoE when they box something. It does a POW 12 to everything in I think a 3-inch AoE.
But at range? At
range and magic. So that one may not matter because you're immune to spells. So that one doesn't matter, but ranged is Nasia, Hellmouth, the ranged attack from the gate. The Tormentor, when I summons one, is a spray. The Shrieker...
But you don't have
I don't have
on the board.
Correct. I don't have that on the board yet. The Shrieker has Admonisher. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Let's start the turn and see if this gambit works the way they think. We'll see. After the game, I think there's some discussion to be had.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The key thing that's right now is I get to play very aggressively, which then makes it harder for you because obviously I'm playing super aggressive right now.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is a thing that I have to factor
into all of it. Yep. Yep.
Threat range on your Tormentors?
So I will give you the caveat that Hellmouth makes this very difficult. But
yep.
So Hellmouth, take that into account. I can Hellmouth both sides, potentially Hellmouthing my own stuff twice. The one with Tether has a 3-inch directly towards Agathon movement. The gate.
So what's their
base? Base. So they're speed 5. So they charge
6,
3,
7,
9 for reach. That is
9 for their 1-inch. Okay.
Yep, 9 for their 1-inch. That's their base. Gate puts it to 11. Agathon puts it.
Can move 1, 2.
Yep.
Agathon can move the tethered 1, 3.
Yep, and so.
And you could potentially Hellmouth for
more.
What? More depending on positioning of models.
Correct.
Up to like 4 probably.
Yeah, 4 is a good average. 1.5.
Maybe I was gonna say possibly a little bit more, possibly a little bit less, but
exactly. It's like that's a very hard number to give. So that you're aware, the Soulstalker is speed 7. So 7 plus gate plus 1-inch melee. So it's 7 to 10 to 11, up to 13 right now. And then Tether can make it up to 16 and plus because of Hellmouth.
Right. You won't be able to tether it because tether happens.
Tether
after
happens after I move.
I mean, I guess if it's in range of tether right now, which I don't think it is.
I would have to move my arc node that's on the far flank to be able to cycle tether.
Do it.
Yep.
But you could potentially. Okay.
Correct.
No,
so it does potentially exist.
Yep.
But yeah, normally 9 or 11. Up to 11 to 13 is the normals.
And you have a squad of cultists ambushing, correct?
Correct. They threat, so they're speed 6, 3-inch deploy, so 9, 12, 13 from melee.
They're Mat 5.
Mat 5 with gang.
They have gang.
Yep. People assess 9.
They don't have anything else besides gang to give them a boost. They just they max at 7.
They max their people assess 9 base, gang up to 11. If I put cursive shit. Sorry,
not their strength, just their mat.
Oh, Mat
There's
5
nothing
up to
to give them
7.
above Mat 7.
Yep. 5 up to 7, up to 9 from back arc.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have much defense dropping.
Yeah, that's what I needed to know.
Yeah, they cannot kill a Thamite Archon.
Most of my question, yeah.
Yeah, Thamite Archons are a pain for me to kill. Especially with a Morrow and Archon hanging around as well. That is definitely another thing that's hard. Just an FYI, you're perfectly safe with your placement right now. I do have countercharge on both Tormentors.
Correct, yeah. That's why I am just outside of 6.
Perfect. I just want to make sure you knew.
I did my reading.
Excellent. Excellent. It looked close before I went to measure it, so I wanted to make sure I said it before I actually measured it and try to get you with it.
I sort of wish that I mean, I get why they don't have it this way, but the fact that your opponent cannot see the distance.
Yeah. Like, I have to click on your model to see it.
Or your own model, actually.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, you have to click on something to be actively highlighted. The other thing I don't like, I guess, small things. The Thamite Archon doesn't have a melee range, and so I don't get to see melee ranges when I move it around.
That's super annoying. I would just give it like a doesn't have... Wow. Yeah, no, that's true.
You have to give it a melee range and then move it around and then give it back to not a melee range.
Ugh, that's super annoying.
Yeah.
I would just give it a 0.5 right now, just to have it have a 0.5, and you just don't care about it.
It gets confusing for it's just to not deal, but
I hear you. That's annoying.
This and what's the threat on Agath spell assassinate?
Spell for Agathon's spell assassination. So Agathon is speed 6. Darkfire is range 10. And so that one is a personal threat range of 16. Arc nodes make it longer.
Yep.
Hellfire, or not Hellfire, Hellmouth is 8. And so to get it closer, but 16 off of Agathon is the base.
Is personal danger zone, yep.
19 if I can charge something.
Yep.
I never really realized how big of circle that is.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a thing you have to be pretty aware.
Yeah. It is a big old circle.
Energy.
Mm-hmm. If you're asking me a question, buddy, I can't hear you.
Cross is going to activate. He's
Perfect.
going to cast a couple spells. Going to put Lifebound on this unit.
This unit being...
Sorry, blue
Perfect.
precursor.
Perfect. I figured I'd see the token when you popped it up, but I just wanted to be sure.
And then popping Dauntless Resolve onto the
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to think very carefully about if we move out of this kill box at all. Yeah, we're just gonna wiggle up to there and say, well, it seems safe. That's always a bad plan.
Yeah, I hear ya. You have made it as safe as you can.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have anything that ignores tough?
If I get a wretch within 5 inches of that model, it ignores stuff.
So yeah, you just have the 5-inch on there.
Yep, that's the only thing. I'm sorry, it's not the only thing. Runewood's melee weapon is Grievous. I believe that's
Perfect.
the only other thing besides Hellfire. Hellfire from Regna, the auras from the Wretches, and
Yep.
Runewood.
This unit's just gonna run then.
Mm-hmm. I love the Morrowind priests.
Yeah,
They're so good.
they're really good. Yeah, honestly, like precursors with some of the changes they made the last pass, like became a respectable unit.
Mm-hmm.
But with the battle priests, they're
bonkers.
really top notch. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they become really good, and it's like, oh, I really want to play my 2 units precursors now. This is fun. God, I'd actually love to see your army on the table, too. I'm sure it'd look gorgeous.
If I ever get it painted.
You got it.
I've had plans to paint, right, the entire time, just like hang at home.
Yeah, entire
And
quarantine, you're like, I'm gonna paint.
I haven't crap. But like a week before the first like big tournament I go to, once this is all over and done with, I will paint this entire room.
Yeah.
Crap. What do I want to do?
I managed to get all my Infernals painted, which made me actually really happy.
Saw that.
Very happy that that worked out for me.
Quite. You're gonna run. Trot our pony friend on up here.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get a call.
Mm-hmm. That's tough, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Tough and once upon a time fearless when that was a thing. Now that I've revealed to your entire audience how long I have played this game.
It's all right. We've all played forever. It's a lot of fun.
It's a good game.
I can try. Which tab has it? That tab has it.
there.
Boat face.
Yeah. It's a question of how far I want to go.
Yep.
There's... And... I think that I'm good after that. Yep, okay, cool.
All right, so that's your turn 1.
This is my turn 1. Come at me, bro.
Turn 2. So, someone in my chat asked me, how do you think this will go? And so my answer for that is I'm going to try to assassinate you right now. Because I feel like...
I think this was the risk, and this is the plan.
Yeah.
And the thing here is, if you don't kill me now, I'm pretty sure I assassinate.
Yeah, it gets very, very hard for me in return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the question was, could I survive? And I thought about feeding, but my feat does not matter because both your arc nodes and your caster have eyeless.
Yep.
So it's better for me to save it for the other half, the ghostly portion of it, and the running gun.
Agreed.
So it is a question of, can I get through? And if I can get through this, then I think I'm all right. But we'll see. I've limited your options as much as I can.
Correct. So I have to hit you with 6 spells or kill you in... No, I have to kill you in 5 spells. And you're going to negate one of them. So I have to blow through all of your focus and kill you in 2 spells. Hoi! This will be interesting. All right. So I might as well ambush the cultists because they're not going to ever get another chance.
Yep.
And he has 2-inch melee. Oh yeah. Speed 6, 10-inch threat. So that line could put him...
I'm also going to ask the question now while you're setting them up. Would I have been safe if I had just stayed
put? Oh yeah, you would have been safe if you stayed put. So I'm going to clone your guy.
Just don't know if that would have been good enough.
Copied your caster, put him at 10 inches. Right here, I'm outside of the 10 inches of the Tormentor.
Yep.
So the only way I would have been able to get to you, or 10 inches not of the Tormentor, of the Forebodar. So had you stayed in the deployment zone, I think you're safe. Because my Forebodar was gate ranging, and you put the precursors in the way, it made it harder. Now... Yeah. I should have put Agathon in the 2-inch bubble range of, like Agathon, instead of being where they're at right now, they should have been like right here.
Yeah, somewhere over there.
Because then it's like a ridiculous. Yeah. Oh shit. Shit. Yeah. I hate this deployment thing. I thought I had the freedom to click the escape thing. My apologies.
No worries.
Does that look good for where his placement is?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, my apologies. Let me redo this. So I'm going to get rid of the deployment lines. So had I been right here, it would have changed it dramatically because then I could have charged like some distance up here and tried to get within 10. It would have been harder because of your 2-inch bubble thing, but I could have attempted it.
Yep.
And that deployment lines always gets me, and it got me again. Annoys me.
It is, yep, every time.
Yeah, it's the one thing that gets you to, because you're like, I just want to test, can I charge this? And you can't. And the reason I
forget that it's still on.
And the only reason I forgot it this time is because I have that Forebodar with 1 active. I'm like, oh, it's still active.
Right, yeah, it's right there.
One of these is good at the moment. Nope. Alright, someone turn facing on these 4. So I think had you been in your deployment zone, it would have been a much harder proposition for me.
Yep. I think I have to not be in my deployment zone, though. I just need to be close enough to even be able to start threading you if I leave cat far back.
Correct. I think what you don't do is cast both spells turn 1. If you're camping 4, the game is so much harder.
If I'm camping 4, it's pretty much safe.
Yes.
But I think that I needed both spells. You need
the armor and you need the life bound so that you can get the souls. Yeah. Yep.
I have to have both spells. It's just how cross works. So
yep.
We'll see. We'll see if it works. Again, you have to kill me in 2 spells, which isn't impossible, but
yeah, and it's gonna be a lot of rerolling.
Enough.
Yeah, it's a lot of rerolling and hoping. The gate gets some souls. It gets 3. That's real nice. Gate goes up to 3 souls. So now I'm going to leave that 14 there. The 14 has a flight and has a gate's 2-inch place inside that same movement. So if I don't move it,
be the gate's place first, and then
I'll run for 12. Yep.
I'll run for.
Yep. Because that puts me 8.4 inches away from you, and that is all I really need. Unless, do I want to lower, am I outside of 2? I am outside of 2. I'm not affected by the minus aura ability at the moment.
Why would you not be affected?
Because Agathon is casting the spells, not the Forebodar.
And so it is Agathon's line of sight that is being checked?
Correct. And what's the range of that ability?
You have to be within 5 of the...
Yeah, so it's... The model making the attack has to be within 5 for the Archon's ability.
Let me read it, actually.
Yeah.
Make sure I understand.
I bring it up as well, because it's good to talk and make sure that we're both on the same page on this.
Yep. While within 5 of this model, enemy models with line of sight to this model suffer -2 to attack rolls. You would not be within 5, even though your point of origin would be. So yes.
Absolutely. You have it 100%. You've got all the rationale of why it works exactly like you said it did.
Yep. It is the physical placement of the model making the attack roll, and that is still Agathon. Yep.
Correct. All right. So to do this properly, I need to kill a bunch of cultists, which is always fun. And yeah. All right. So order of activations on this. Does that mean not as good as Harvey? Does that mean not as good as Harvey? Correct, M. Chaos. It's because Harvey's is within 10. I think it's still the same effect. I would not get it even against Harbinger. All right, make this order matter. Agathon is killing cultist number 3 of blue, and Regna is killing cultist number 4 of blue to go up to max essence. Even though Regna probably should have just cut for 1. So Agathon is up to 9. Tether is dropping because I do not need it. So there's that. I'm not going to move that model by accident. Alright, so orders of... What was that?
I was going to say, awe on Harbinger is slightly different. It's limited in that it only affects living model, but it's just while in this model's command range.
Yep, so the same thing would be in effect. I wouldn't be affected by awe in the same manner of speaking.
Unless it be in the...
Yep. I'm going to do one other thing before I do all this fancy stuff, because I want to see if these 4 cultists can actually kill Throne. I don't think it's even possible for the 4 of them to kill him, but I'm going to attempt.
I would be really surprised.
Yep. So I want to see if they can. So they're declaring a charge.
They are not soulless, correct?
They are not soulless. They're totally affected by all bad things in this area. Oh, and you get an armor buff against me, don't you?
No, I do not.
No, you don't. Okay.
You are not an undead or soulless model.
Ah, excellent.
That's why they are
That's-
the thing that gets around his cool little armor. Yeah, with the armor bonus, this would be pointless. But
I thought
it
his
stands.
armor bonus was the undead and infernal one. Like,
oh wait, no, his is the infernal armor.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yes, I do get +3 to our infernals.
yeah. He may not be able to. These guys may not even be able to kill you. But
Probably not.
I want to.
It'll be armored.
I want to see.
21.
So one of them is in the back arc, and that one did not get a free strike because it managed to get through the back. You said the aura range is 5 inches, right?
Aura of the
Archon.
yeah, aura of an Archon. So
So one of them is affected.
only the one guy is in.
Yep. So I'm going to take that one guy first.
Mhm.
He is a 5 up to a 7, back down to a 5.
Yep. Okay.
11's going to hit. This is an 11.
So dice off 10.
No damage. Second guy will miss. Third guy will 7, 15.
Hits.
Okay. No damage. Last guy in the back arc will hit. 5 damage. If I'd spiked harder. Throne is so
Yes, if you
good.
just rolled absurdly above average, you would have killed him.
Exactly.
To be fair, if you just rolled absurdly above average all the time, you'd win every game.
Absolutely. Hey, if you could roll average every game, I think both of us would have a much better win
Probably.
streak.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because you'd find a way to make that average work really well for your game and be like, average is happening every time. All right. So I am going to continue with the rest of the plan correctly. I just wanted to see if Throne could take even a little bit of damage. And he took a little, so I'm okay with that. My Eilish is going to go. He's going to walk somewhere over this direction to have line of sight to Agathon. Cast Puppet Master on Agathon.
Mm-hmm.
And teleport and get in the way. So 5-inch teleport, 3-inch reposition. He goes 1,000,000 miles. Add Puppet Master. Okay, so Puppet Master's been added. Roger is going to go. Roger is going to move his 6 inches. Let's do this right. Roger is going to move his 6 inches. There, face Agathon. Cast Harmonious, now a 3-inch repo. Or Harmonious, I can say it right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next is the Hermit. Hermit's going to walk 5 inches this way. Pulse for Essence, so Agathon goes up to 10. Regna goes up to 6. This guy goes up to 3. And then Repo 3 inches. Okay, so there's that. Now, I need to go next with my green cultist unit. So, green cultist unit is going to get into formation. Going to start accepting them so I know where they are. He is 1.6 away. If I miss him in the back, it will deviate a little bit. Whatever. And then this one's going to advance to there. So Orin is closer than any of the cultists are to the gate. So then Orin is going to cast an Annihilation at number 3. He can draw a line of sight because of... I'm making sure of this. Otherwise, I'm going to move that back one a little bit to have... Infernal models can ignore other Infernal models for determining line of sight. Yep. So Tactician lets me shoot number 3.
Tactician allows you to shoot. Yep.
So I will shoot number 3. I am a 7? 7 in quotes. 7 up to a 9 because of back arc. They are a 12, so I need a 3. That'll hit. It is power 10. They are all armor 12. So, gonna roll 5 numbers. We're gonna start leader, then count upwards. So I'm just gonna make 5 rolls.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. None of them matter. So I'm just gonna delete the guys.
Yep.
I was just looking for 2s.
Yep. Well, not 2.
Yeah, not 2s. Yep. Orin goes to 5 souls because he collects souls from his unit no matter how they die. Then the gate will go. The gate's going to spend a soul to TK, or to whatever the ability name is. I should actually learn what that ability name is. Gate of the Worlds, or Gate of Worlds. Gate of Worlds, the forebodar 2 inches along this line.
Yep.
It will then, because it enjoys shooting things, there's nothing in range. I really don't care to make shots with him. So that's it.
I mean, if you would like to shoot your beasts in the back, that's a good thing. Ooh, you could shoot with forebodar in the back.
I could shoot the forebodar in the back. That is entirely true. I will run this forebodar to position now.
Okay.
I believe it has line of sight to you. It is not in anyone's melee range.
Correct.
This is valid. So
Yeah,
I'm accepting
a
that.
completely perfect placement for
A forebodar.
being able to arc.
Yep. Okay, so now I will go with the big them themselves, Agathon. Agathon will feat first. Big old feat. And then we'll start trying to do the spell slinging to see if I can kill Mr. Cross. So Agathon's a 9. My feat gives a additional die to magic attack rolls and damage rolls. So I'll be rolling the 3 dice, but we'll be figuring out the math after the fact.
Because it's additional. It's add a die and drop a die. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Darkfire is POW 12. So by default, I'm off 3.
Correct.
3 and 8. So I'm going to cast my first spell, which is a harmonious 1, so that costs 1.
Yep.
And so on to Cross. A 6 and a 6 is going to hit. I need to look to see when you can hermit your thing.
That would be now. It is on hit.
Yep.
I can choose then.
Correct.
Not. But I am going to take the hit.
Perfect. So this is -3, or effectively -8. You're going to take the hit, you say. I'm just going to roll 3 dice. That is an 8.
So you'll drop the 1.
I will let that go through. So you're going to spend a focus for 0 damage.
So, sorry. 8 minus 3, 5 is the exact number.
Yep. So you're either taking 5 damage or you're not taking any damage.
Yeah, I will spend the focus to take
no damage. Okay. Second one, I go down to 7. 5 and 5 will hit. This is -3 again. I will re-roll that with Orin. So Orin is at 4 souls. So now the re-roll. Okay, I'm going to keep that one. So you're taking 6 or taking 1?
the one. Just remember to give me time to decide whether or not I
Oh,
want.
my apologies. I forgot about that. My apologies.
No. You're fine.
Okay, so 13 health left. Okay. I will cast another spell. So I'm down to 5.
Mhm.
I have 2 left after this. So rolling to hit. 5 and 1 is 6. You are a 15, correct?
Correct.
A 6 will hit.
Yep.
You have choice of hermit now.
I will take this one.
You'll take this one. Okay. I'm going to boost this damage roll. So it's going to be 4 dice. Drop the low.
Mm-hmm.
-3. That roll is exactly average. That's really annoying.
What's the total?
I'm contemplating right now. I've got 9 on the dice. I would do 6 damage, would leave you on 7.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can re-roll it twice. I'm going to try re-rolling it and hope that
Okay.
my dice don't murder me. So Agathon, or not Agathon, Orin spends a soul.
Yep.
So I get the same number. I'm just going to leave the number alone because screwing with it anymore is real bad. So I'm dropping a 2. So I've got 11 on the damage. So it should be 8 damage.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so I'll cast another one. Yeah, cast another one. Oop, crap, did not mean to grab your guy. We'll hit with an 8. You have choice
I
now.
will hermit this one.
Hermit this one, perfect.
Yep.
Cast again. I am down to 0. I will hit with a 7.
Yep.
And I cannot boost it. I need to roll an 8 on 2 dice. I get it with a 10.
It's game.
Excellent game, sir. Or
Yeah. No,
excellent
I
in the
think
terms
that
that it's what it is. Yeah.
had to be as close as I did. I think if I had positioned slightly more intelligently there, I could have stopped that. I could have had crossed further over, and I just
Yeah, because, like,
was
to me, because I was 14 inches away, so I was like,
yeah, it
was
was
somewhere
it
like
was pretty
right
much
there.
perfect. Yeah.
So if I'm going to just place him back. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to place him back. Okay, and now place him back at 14. So with Cross's placement, the one on the side there is 24, and the other one's 22. So to me, oh, that's hard.
That would have been.
Yeah, that's hard because you can't.
Yeah, there's just a couple of places. The thing that I'm thinking of is actually if I had been like here,
Oh yeah,
that would have done it. And I could have done that very easily, and I just didn't because I did not quite think through my final placement for the rest of the army when I moved across. And I think having one more focus would have done it. I think you're right. As much as I need both of those spells to be, I think I'd drop the armor spell and say, eat it on the precursors.
yeah, and you shield
It's probably
wall,
the
or
correct
you
play.
just either shield wall and you
I
wait a
can't
turn?
shield wall. It gives you too much scenario pressure. But
Okay. So you run up and you save most of the unit as best you can.
Yeah. As I say, yeah. Well, with the positioning there, I'm hoping to eat as like you're going to eat 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
There, and then whatever you put in that range
Gets
is going to be
vengeance and
threaded.
dead.
Yeah. But yeah, had I survived that, I do believe I. Because Agathon sitting there, even without screaming soul gun, I think I have enough to
Yeah, because I've got
him.
this left. So it's,
From what?
I can move still. I haven't even activated it. I haven't done movement or attack yet.
Oh, actually, so you would just walk back. Okay, so then yeah, I can't kill you this turn, but I think I can start to grind you out at that point.
Absolutely. The game becomes way different
Yeah.
as soon as that happens. Correct.
Yeah. And the concern with Fiona is that you can basically ignore her feat by being outside of it. with your caster, and
Sure.
so she has no protection. Like maybe I can hide a little bit better behind my colossal, but you shouldn't have that much trouble getting something into place.
Yeah, and if I have to, like it's
This also-
expensive, but I could Curse of no Curse of Shadows not give me line of sight.
Yep, you have the
So,
other one. You have the
I have the
-2
other
armor and no
Yeah.
free strength.
Yep.
Yep.
So I don't have the
And
one that
so
gives
you-
me that ability. Yeah, so you could hide.
I can hide a little bit better there, but I actually think that I lose the attrition fight much faster because I think you can take the colossal much more easily
Mm-hmm.
than you can the two large units. This also denies you more of your spell casting.
Absolutely.
Part of the positioning of the models there, and maybe this turn I should have just positioned more to block. But you also can't Hellmouth them. You can't do anything to them. You have to deal with the precursors very manually. And so that was
Yeah.
my thought going list pairing because I knew you would drop Agathon.
Yeah, Fiora for me was not a viable drop into you.
Into either of my lists.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then that was my decision. So I mean, I guess I just need to learn from this one and
So
play it better next time.
Josh, anytime you want to play a game against Agathon or any Infernal list or any list at all, I'm happy to play you.
Yes,
So-
definitely. We should get a few more games. I need experience against Infernals because I think that's right now, honestly, the thing that is
The Boogeyman.
stopping me most against them is just not having played enough of it.
Absolutely, and I'd love to play you more. So I'm sorry that this game went like top of 2 and game's over.
Nope.
But
I knew going in that this was going to be the game, that one of us was going to go big early.
yep. And the other one just loses by going whoever alphas first wins. Or-
Not necessarily,
not
because again,
alpha,
it
yeah.
could come out to that if Cross can survive it,
Yeah,
and that was pretty close, even with the rerolls, even with stuff.
correct. Yeah, it was close.
Like,
I
so good to know.
I did not kill. So Magnus, I played against Ethan, and I went on an assassin run the exact same way as I did now, and I couldn't kill Magnus on the assassin run.
Magnus 2?
Magnus 1 actually, and
Yeah, I could see that being pretty difficult.
just being -5 on the attack rolls or on the damage rolls makes it really difficult. So even the -3 up to the -3 -8, it's like, oh, this is
So
really difficult.
the other thought here too, and this is an interesting one, going into this knowing that it's almost worth it to put the armor and tough on Cross.
Yes, had you
Instead.
put the armor and tough on Cross, I would not have went for it.
Yep, and so that's the thing, is I just needed to understand a little bit better that threat, but now I do.
Absolutely, and I think that's the big thing for the teaching of this and the learning of this is that assassination run. If you're on 2 focus or less, is normally when I decide to go for the assassination run. The Hermit changes the math on this pretty hard. For anyone that doesn't have the Hermit, it's not
Yep.
as bad.
The Hermit's math changer is the reason he's in both of my lists. Like, it
Absolutely.
doesn't. It's such a powerful ability to just say no
Correct.
to a damage roll like that.
Yeah, and it's like you took away one of my whole attacks. That's a -3. That one, like, just this floating, that's 5 more damage. Like, that helps a ton.
You without the Hermit, I absolutely can't move my caster forward.
Correct. Yeah, I can kill you through probably 3 focus. With the Hermit,
Probably
it's
4 actually.
Yeah, 3 or 4. It's somewhere in that area.
Yep.
It's really hard for me to calculate it because the rerolls change so much of how all of this works that it's really hard to
The
calculate.
rerolls can swing it very differently, but yeah, with the rerolls, I mean, it's pretty
safe.
difficult without
Yeah,
the Hermit to be safe.
absolutely. So, I greatly appreciate the game. I'm
No.
sorry that it went
Don't even worry about it. This
so
is
fast.
how it
Absolutely.
won't happen next time.
Agreed, and I look forward to our next game, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, I am gonna. I'll report our game to Brian. I'll just make a chat with both of us in it and Brian, and then I'm gonna go spend a little time with my family, and then we'll see if I stream again later tonight. So, you have
Take it
a
easy, man.
great weekend.
Yeah, you too.
All right, talk to you later, buddy.
Bye.
All right, stream. So I may or may not be back on later. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah. So the thing that to paint for the huge base thing is you bring up the soul tokens on the bottom if you are not in mobile, and you can make me do stuff like that. So I'm going to attempt to be on, but it all depends on a lot of things going on tonight. So my family's going away for the weekend, so I will be on a whole bunch more this weekend. Yeah, with mobile, I don't think you can actually use your points. But that was it's a very interesting learning game, and I always get that knot in my stomach when I go for an assassination run like that, and it's always super worrisome. So I enjoy playing Josh a lot, and we will yeah, we'll be on for sure this weekend. I'm just not exactly sure about tonight, so I will let you know. Until then, thank you for watching the game, and I'm hoping to get a couple more games in this weekend of both Warcaster and War Machine and Riot Quest. So feel free to message me if you have any questions. Feel free to ask in the posts or anything else like that, and make sure you have a great, fantastic night. Have a great weekend if I don't talk to you. Remember to wash your damn hands. Please wear a mask when you go out, and remember to continue to social distance, because if you're in the States, you are definitely in still a hotbed for COVID-19, and I don't want anyone to be sick. So be well, and I will hopefully see you tonight. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening.